All right, welcome to Build, week 1 of 16, leading up to Philly. So it's officially real, and this morning we are trying to outrun a thunderstorm. You can hear the wind. It is absolutely sopping wet. Humidity is like 4,000%, and so we're a little bit quicker than I would have normally liked coming off of a 20-mile run on Saturday and a rest day on Sunday. I really like easing in, but I also really like not running in thunder and lightning. So we're gonna try to get this done. We're about 5.5 miles, and I slipped into zone 3. Heart rate's over 150, so we're gonna settle down. Still try to keep the pace between 8 and 8:45. But I was talking to the camera and going up an incline, so it makes sense why I went up a little bit. But yeah, I'm likely gonna do a video where I lay out my plan. It's pretty simple. I gave ChatGPT a bunch of data that I think is sensible for where I'm at. It formatted a 16-week plan with a weekly, daily breakdown of mileage, paces, and workouts. The workouts I'm going to manually put into my Garmin and see how it goes. I just pasted it into the Notes app and I just follow it there. So yeah, it's pretty no frills, but it's exactly what I need to keep myself on track. So more to say on that later, but we made it. I mean, just recapping base, I think it went well. I didn't get injured. Well, I mean, if you get injured in base, you're doing something really wrong. But I didn't, because I still wanted to push the mileage. I wanted to get to whatever mileage I could for a consistent 3-4 weeks. And I think that mileage was over 70. So with a couple weeks of 80 in there, well, and one of those 80s was actually 100, which, looking back on it, was a big mistake. I should have just taken a rest day and adjusted, but I didn't. So, but yeah, like aerobically, I cannot complain with where I'm at, with the exception of a couple of weeks. I hit 2 hard, heavy days of strength training, which is 3 hard leg lifts, squats, Romania deadlifts, and bent leg calf raises. So we're really proud that I got those in, because those are what we're preparing my tendons, ligaments, 156 too high. Firstly, the weekly mileage. That's kind of one facet. And then the next one is the quality. Speed work on Tuesdays and marathon pace on Saturdays. So, in order of importance, the marathon pace on Saturdays is at the top. So if I'm feeling anything lingering or anything threatening that quality for the long run, I'm gonna have to adjust. I'll give it these first couple of weeks just to see, because when I go down to the beach, it's gonna be a deload anyway, which is earlier than I typically do. I typically do those every 4 weeks. This will be the third. So I feel like that'll be a good first test to see how my body handles the quality. Because tempo pace is going to be between 6:40 and 6:55 to start. And if the training block goes well, my 7:15 starting marathon pace will be closer to 7 than 7:15, hopefully. So we'll give it a go. I'm gonna get my heart rate down and then I'll check back in. At least it's under 150. So on the docket for this morning is 9 in the AM and 3 in the PM. Back to doubles. I didn't do that last week because I kind of got sick, although it didn't really end up being too bad. Spreading out the mileage that way again, which I'm looking forward to. I really like spacing out the miles that way. So got about 40 minutes before we get absolutely dumped on, and I've got 2.5 miles, so we're looking good. All right, 9 done. Weirdly, at the end, the last quarter of a mile, I got a stitch, or the beginnings of a stitch on my right side. I haven't felt that in months, and I don't really know what that was about. My glasses are so fogged up. Because I was still running easy. Dehydration. I'm absolutely sopping wet. Like, I was not kidding with this humidity. It was like immediately. Well, when I woke up, I saw how the condensation on the door, on the glass, I was like, this is gonna be a wet one. And it absolutely was. Like, I'm just dripping. So I stop at a water fountain 3 or 4 times to get some water back, but I know it wasn't enough. And so yeah, it could be the beginnings of some mild dehydration. That would make sense, because fitness wise, I don't cramp there. I don't get a stitch there. I don't get stitches ever, especially when I'm running that easy. So I sweat in my eyes. It's stinging. So yeah, you can see even with my double layer, I've got the hat with the sweat brim and the sweat band. It's just getting through and it burns. And even these arm sleeves, which are mainly there for chafe guarding, are just sopping wet. So I've got nothing dry available. But 9 miles done. 3 more tonight. And the legs, as usual, carrying a little bit of fatigue from Saturday / the week leading up to it, but that's to be expected. I usually feel better by the end of Mondays. And then we've got Tuesday. It's a 2 easy 5 mile tempo. 2 easy. So what is that? 9 total. But tempo pace is a little scary. So we'll give it a whirl. And other good news, we beat the rain, so that's good. Because running in the rain would have been even worse, especially for chafing. So maybe I'll check in tonight, but if not, it will be right before 5 miles worth of tempo. Fear and trembling. All right, so here we go. A couple more seconds, and then I've got to run the quickest, farthest distance I've ever run in my life. Well, the farthest distance at the quickest pace. 5 miles at 6:40 to 6:55. Threw on the Evo SLs just for this, and let's see how we get on. Got almost 6 miles in, and then had to walk a little bit up the hill. See if we can get 1 more mile in. It's slipping to half marathon pace. This is really hard. But let's close out on a high note. Oh, my goodness. 5 miles is such a long way. Such a long way. Two-mile cool down. Water first. Such a long way. And about 4 miles in, out of the 5, I got to the one incline that I have to navigate in the whole loop, and it took me out. I stopped, walked a little bit, and then that's when I pulled out the camera and said, you can do anything for a mile. At that point it was like 1.25 miles. And so pulled out the camera, said, this is your rallying cry, go get it. So I dug, and I don't know, the pace might not show the effort. Maybe the heart rate will. I didn't check heart rate for all but 5 seconds. And I think it was in the 4th mile, maybe the 5th, and it showed 174. So having it be a tempo run, which is going to be in threshold, that's about where I expected it. I hope it didn't get over 180 and stayed in 160s, 170s. But man, I had done 3-mile tempo reps, and those were hard. And by the time I got to the 3rd mile, I was like, oh, my body's expecting me to be done. Psych, you got 2 more really difficult miles to do. And I was like, crap, I don't like this. So I willed myself further and ran it in. Proud that I didn't keep walking, and just took a minute, kind of recalibrated, and said, all right, this is what you asked for. You wanted hard, you wanted to work, and I did. Shoes felt fine. They felt quick. But when your legs get that heavy towards the end of the rep, kind of doesn't matter what shoes you have, it's gonna feel hard and heavy. So, and now we're at another hill. I'm gonna stop recording and get up this first. You know it's a fun rep when the further along you get, your heart rate starts to creep up, and literally you start to hear it higher up until it's in your head, in your ears, like a sub kick. You're just going dum, dum, dum. And you're like, oh, that's fun. It's a little too close, but okay. And I know that loop so well, that the stretch where it has elevation, I knew it was going to tell me I was too slow, and I knew I was slowing down in general when the stretch in which I was back in range kept getting further and further. And I'm like, oh, we're definitely slowing. So all those indicators are going through your head, and you're like, this is so incredibly difficult. But I wouldn't call it a complete bonk. Let's call it a mini bonk, a quasi bonk, because in my head a full bonk would have been that I just started walking and just scrapped the whole session and said, nope, I'm done. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't want this anymore. So the fact that I did that a little bit, but then got back to it, tells me that's a win. That's a successful rep. So I'm not going to be very hard-lined about it, because for me personally, I need to see those as wins, or I'm not going to keep going. If I hold to this absolutist that it's not a successful rep unless I run the whole thing, we're not going to get very far in this training block. So yeah, tough rep, but further at a quicker pace than I've ever gone before. So having that happen the first time I introduce it, it bodes well, because again, that's what I've been scared of all summer. Yeah, you can slog out 20-mile long runs, but can you go quick? Can you tolerate a heart rate higher than zone 2? And as of today's session, yeah, I can tolerate it for a bit. And that window of tolerance will just grow bigger and bigger throughout this whole block until marathon day. So, all right, I'm gonna drag the rest of this in because my heart rate's still in the 140s. I want to tuck that down in the 130s. Friday recovery. It's been other than the Tuesday session, kind of an uneventful week. Wednesday I was supposed to do, what was it, 11 a.m. or 12 a.m. and 3 p.m. or 4. I did all 14 in the morning because Rian came, and I got 12 in before he came, and then, no, I got 2 in before he came, and got to 14 total, or might have been 3. And yeah, I got back from work at like 8:30, 8:45, and I was like, it was like raining, and I'm like, I'm not about to run 3 miles, so I just went to bed, and then did 11 miles yesterday, and another strength session, and now I've got 9, maybe 10 recovery miles this morning, and then tomorrow it's 20 total with 3 at marathon pace. So I'll probably do 14 easy, 3 at marathon pace, and then do the last 3 at park run for a cool down. Call it a day. There's going to be 3 continuous, so it's going to be tough. So based on how those feel I might then switch to intervals, 1 mile on, and then like a 2 to 3 minute float recovery, and then another mile on. But we'll see. I was able to do 4 consecutive on Tuesday at tempo, which is quicker by about 30 seconds, and this will be at 7:15 pace instead of 6:50, but it's in the context of a 20-mile run, so gotta take that into consideration. But yeah, I woke up with a little bit of soreness on the outside of my right calf, which I don't really feel while running, so I think that's just a byproduct of going heavier in calf races in the gym yesterday. I think I said I'd be dropping down to 1 strength session a week, but I stuck with 2 this week just to see, because ideally I'd like to do 2 to keep injuries at bay, keep those calves, hamstrings, glutes and quads strong, but we'll see how much my body can handle. I did swap out squats for single leg presses to save my lower back, because I feel like any additional load there gets them tight and achy. So I swapped those out and I started with back extensions just to really get the lower back and core there stronger, because that's got to be what's putting that shear force on my lower back. A weak core and the erector spinae, however you say that. So gonna try to shore those up, because I haven't gotten injured with the back, but that tightness, soreness is there just about every week in varying degrees. So I've been taking more Advil than I would like to be in order to keep going. So not a great long-term solution, but the back extensions is. So, all right, gonna keep going. Easy Friday recovery run. Humidity is down to, I think, 90% instead of 100, which doesn't sound like much, but it makes a difference. So let's keep this easy. All right, so around 8 miles, the same place that I was talking about that was a little sore when I woke up. Yeah, I got a little cranky, and so noted, buddy. Yeah, I say cranky in that I could feel it when I was striding, but it wasn't like pain. It was discomfort. It was definitely fatigue. And I haven't felt that before. Yeah, I hadn't felt that, but again, I think I know why that was there. And again, that's the almost impossible balance you have to find between, building strength in the gym, which is obviously going to help you not get hurt, but then you're fatiguing yourself, and especially in parts of the body that you need for running. So calves, hamstrings, glutes, quads. So, and this was a recovery run, so I'm thinking like Thursday afternoon, that's a perfect slot for the strength training, because nothing but easy the next day. But yeah, so that was interesting. But then about half a mile after that, it was gone. And so now it's just something that I notice. So the fact that it came and went was interesting, and it came and went at the time that it did. So I'll keep an eye on that for sure. Hopefully it doesn't get cranky tomorrow, because that won't be fun, but we'll see. Other than that, I did 10 miles. I think it only called for 9 or 8 maybe, but I was a couple miles short this week because I didn't do a double on Wednesday. So yeah, dripping, absolutely sopping wet. I gotta fight dehydration today for sure. Alright, see you tomorrow. Alright, we're here Saturday morning, and got 20 miles on the docket, but I don't know how I'm splitting up marathon pace. The plan calls for 3, and I don't know if I'm going to tack it on right before park run or somewhere more towards the middle, because Rian's going to be coming and joining me for the back half of the run. It's 5:50 right now, so from 6 to 7:30 I'm going to be running by myself. So I don't necessarily want Rian to feel like he has to do a marathon pace block with me, so I might do it, I don't know, just after 10-11 miles, probably strategically where I'm at on this loop, because that side of Peace Valley has the big hills. So I'd probably start right after I go on the downhill of the last hill, and then do it till I get to another hill, and kind of do it that way. But we'll see. It is so muggy, so that's nothing new, but I'm gonna be mindful of how much I'm sweating. So I got 2 Gatorades and my water bottle filled with water and electrolytes, so, and 4 gels, so we should be good. I'm gonna eat a fig bar right now and get ready to go. So it's really foggy too, so it's kind of creepy. Not a lot of people here. Alright, as I try to get my heart rate back down, my hat just keeps going straight up. It is what it is. So I kind of called a mid-run audible. I'm gonna do 5K on, 5K off, because it's kind of how the lake is split up. The one side, I don't know if it's the north or the south or east or west, but that's the one with all the hills. And when I'm talking hills, I'm not talking like rolling hills. I'm talking like 8% grade hills. So there's no way I'm doing marathon pace there. But the other side is much more rolling. So it's much more conducive to the marathon pace. So I just did one and it felt good. Obviously it's hot and humid. And I started off way too fast. I think I gotta switch the setting on my Garmin because it doesn't catch up quickly enough. I don't think it's like a full rolling pace. So I'll look at it and it says like 7:35. I'm like, okay, got a little ways to go. 7:15 is the marathon pace. And then I'll look again and it's like 6:40. And I'm like, wow. Did not want to go right to tempo, but I guess I was there, so I dialed it back. And then I think definitely the last mile and a half, I think I was right there. So I figured it would take me about a mile and a half, maybe 2, to lock into the pace, because it's the first time I've ever done it. So like tempo, I went way too fast, which is classic. But when that's in the middle of a 20-mile long run, the consequences are a lot more extreme than in the middle of a tempo run, which is only about 10 miles or so. So be a bit more disciplined in the second rep, but I'm on the hilly side, so we'll get back to easy. Heart rate's still at 150. Gotta get that down. So I'll probably check in during the next marathon pace rep. But feeling good. All right, here we go. Last quarter of a mile of marathon pace. It's hard. We're digging deep. Second rep felt better than the first. And I also caught Rian halfway through. Coming up on the bench. Gonna stop, refuel, rehydrate. Bang on. The last rep is a hard one. Legs are heavy. Bumped into threshold at least once so far. So, morning. Closing it out with a tough one. Let's see what we can salvage. $17 miles in. I gotta close it out. Here we go. All right, managed to get 19 in. Gonna go find Becca and the kids, but yeah, that was hard. Hi. Yeah, flagged on the last rep for sure, and did my best. All in all, I was not planning. I only had 3 miles on the plan for marathon pace. Ended up doing 15K, so 9 miles worth. It's pretty good for the first time, and with it being so hot and humid. So here's the kids now. So we're currently walking the park run route, not doing the whole thing because it's hot and it's sunny. But we got the kids. Say hi, Livy. Calvin, say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying a little saunter. Babe's here.
Getting out and moving.
Yep. Which is good. Legs feel okay. Definitely tight. Morning. The flexors especially. And yeah, do not clip the toenails on my big toe. So it's like rubbing. Oh yeah, it's a white butterfly.
White butterfly.
So it's rubbing against something.
That's
But
the worst.
yeah, it's not fun.
Especially when it like digs into another toe.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll check the damage. I won't show it for obvious reasons, but
That was 2 butterflies.
2 white butterflies. Nice. And yeah, week 1 done. Mileage. There it is. I think it was 74 on the week. Yeah. So, all told, not bad. About what I was looking for the first week. Baby. Someone's ready for nap time. So we'll see tomorrow on Monday how the carryover is. If I'm carrying fatigue, especially from the 15K of marathon pace that was supposed to only be 5. But you live and learn. You gotta find your limits to know them. So, lazy Saturday ahead. And we just gotta eat and hydrate and make that our main goal.